Hey, Harvey Cthulhu here. I just wanted to thank all of you who helped us out and subscribed. Welcome to the channel. We really appreciate every subscriber. Thank you very much for helping our channel grow and for spreading the word. You guys are the best. And now on with the destruction of that shitty trailer.
Greetings! I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and I am here today to put a few more kicks in the side of the dead tauntaun that is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker trailer. A trailer this bad deserves more abuse than one video can provide. And so here is another.
Kick away, oh rocket of doom! Cock? So now that you've had a chance to mull this over, what else have you noticed about this trailer?
Jar Jar likes to throw shit in there without really thinking about it. And so the thing that stands out most to me about this goddamn trailer was that shot of the enormous fleet of Star Destroyers sitting there in space, abandoned. And I just have to wonder, where the hell did the money for all these ships come from? To culturally misappropriate a quote from the 60s, a fleet is a terrible thing to waste. You would think that if this was a fleet created by Palpatine for the destruction of the rebels, etc. and so on, just kind of leaving it floating out there in space is a pretty goddamn idiotic thing to do. I mean, he could have used them, right? No matter how many Death Stars you've got being constructed and, you've got rebel eruptions all over the galaxy, little outposts of rebellion, you kind of could use a fleet like that. So the fact that maybe Palpatine just fucking parked it there and forgot where he parked it, I mean, that's as bad as Han Solo forgetting where he parked the Millennium Falcon for 30 years.
Well, not quite as bad actually, because, Emperor Palpatine had tons and tons of Star Destroyers, whereas Han Solo just had one Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's really bad. When you've got one car to keep track of, and you forget where the fuck you parked it. Same thing with Han. Han is supposed to be this great space pirate, this rogue, this vagabond, and this moron, parks his ship somewhere, and then can't find it for 30 years. Only turns up when Rey turns up. Funny how that goes.
Yeah, it's weird how these coincidences just run through Jar Jar's body of work, like piss through a German on Oktoberfest.
The point is that the New Order is a terrorist organization rising from the ashes of the fallen Empire at the end of Return of the Jedi. So my question is, where the hell did they get the money for such a fleet if they produced it? And even if they didn't produce it, if that fleet is going to have any kind of application in this movie, where the hell would the First Order get the personnel to man such a vast fleet of Star Destroyers? In The Last Jedi, when the First Order marshaled all of its forces to lay siege to the last remnants of the Resistance, it didn't look like the First Order had enough forces to fill a fucking Walmart, much less a fleet of Imperial Star Destroyers. There is no logic or thought or narrative sense behind that shot. And why are the lights out? If these Star Destroyers are abandoned, why are there so many of them in such tight formation? You can't just leave those damn ships floating there and expect them to hold in that tight array. So if you're trying to say that Palpatine left them there 30 years ago, they would have started drifting. They would have started hitting each other. They would be all cattywampus and looking sloppy simply from micrometeor collisions with them over time. Inertia is a bitch in space.
And Kathleen Kennedy is a bitch anywhere.
Touché, my green eldritch friend, touché. And then if you're trying to say that the First Order constructed all of these ships, again, I would ask, where is the money? How would they get the money to construct and then throw away Starkiller Base and have enough money to create this fleet? This shot just looks cool and makes absolutely no goddamn sense whatsoever. Welcome to Jar Jar Abrams' Star Wars, a sad, broken universe where even a fleet of Star Destroyers can suck.
Okay, so Jar Jar Abrams dropped the ball on making a fleet of Star Destroyers cool. Well, everybody screws up now and then, but what about Dark Rey? Boy, Rey turning to the dark side, doesn't that, warm the cockles of your, for want of a better word, heart?
Yeah, the whole dark Rey thing that everybody got so excited about, Rey turning to the dark side, it's been confirmed as bullshit. According to Ichibaka, on his Disney Star Wars is Dumb WordPress.com site, he has busted them out. StarWars.com published this description of the new trailer footage, saying, quote, "And of course the vision of a Rey with a reticulated red blade was nothing short of thrilling." Well, that let out on StarWars.com in an official release that Dark Side Rey was just a vision. Now, StarWars.com edited that text subsequently after the cat was let out of the bag and changed it to read, "Including a moment where Rey appears to toss a fully ignited lightsaber, and of course the sight of Rey with a reticulated red blade was nothing short of thrilling." So, as Ichibaka puts it, what was once a vision is now a sight.
And a sorry sight it is. So, all of that ballyhoo about, Rey's gone to the dark side?
Yeah, complete bullshit. And so the towering erection that was once Star Wars once again goes out not with a bang, but a limper.
Well, for me, the worst part of the trailer is still the use of the scenes from the original trilogy by the very people who destroyed it. I mean, that's like a Beatles greatest hits CD being sold by Yoko Ono.
Wow. That's a very old school reference, Harvey.
My knowledge of your pop culture runs silent, runs deep.
And an old submarine movie. Wow. You have an amazing depth of knowledge for a being who has only been in our dimension for 3 years now.
My eldritch intellect is far greater than that of your ape brains. Plus, I have the Google on my smartphone. I get by.
You're right. Seeing all the original trilogy footage in this trailer, made by the people who killed Star Wars, is like watching a serial killer display his trophies. Oh, look, here's Luke being brave and noble, the parts I cut off his body in The Last Jedi.
For tonight's episode, Jar Jar Abrams will be playing the part of Hannibal Lecter.
It rubs the lotion on its franchise. Yeah, this is sick crap. And it appears that Palpatine will be possessing Matt Smith in this movie. An idiotic idea made even more insipid by the fact that Matt Smith is indelibly associated with Doctor Who. It completely fucks up the suspension of disbelief, seeing the Doctor turn evil and talk like Palpatine. Jesus Christ.
Red double-dong lightsabers are cool. Bow ties are cool. Fezzes are cool. Using the Doctor in Star Wars isn't cool.
How will you watch Matt Smith cackling evilly and not see the Doctor? What, did the Doctor take a Force suppository and become the Master? It's like casting Leonard Nimoy as James Bond. You can't not see Spock in that tux.
Martinis are illogical. Pussy galore? I find the odds against that name to be astronomical.
Emphasis on the ass. Yep. And when exactly did Palpatine put himself in a crystal? Why don't all Force users put themselves in crystals for later resurrection? Is the inside of this crystal furnished, like Genie's bottle in I Dream of Jeannie?
Floor-to-floor carpeting, a rotating bed. Palpatine is loaded, plenty wampum, savvy? That crystal would be a dope pad, yo.
So, to get possessed by Palpatine, did Matt Smith's character have to rub the crystal, or did he just shove it up his ass and a little bit of cosplay gone wrong?
Like Disney has shoved the sequel trilogy up the ass of fandom?
Bingo. There's all these questions. It's just so stupid to think that Palpatine would just be hanging around for all these years like a genie in a bottle and come out and possess Matt Smith, the Doctor. This is terrible casting. They should have cast a promising new actor that doesn't have the baggage of an iconic role behind him. But I digress. Let's talk about the folding lightsaber.
Hey, Darth Rey. Daredevil wants his cane back.
I love how she carefully opens it. How lame. Remember how badass that shot of Darth Maul was when he held out his double-bladed lightsaber and another blade extruded from the end?
That went all the way to 11. Set phasers on kick-ass.
Whereas this shot of Rey gingerly opening her double lightsaber was like, "You darn kids, get off my lawn. Oh, I'd chase you down if it wasn't for this dadgum lumbago. Oh, as soon as I get this here light thingy open, you're gonna be sorry. I'll tan your hides, by Jiminy."
Once she gets out her light stroller, it's your ass, buddy. Unless she falls. Thankfully, she has her medical alert bracelet attached to the clapper.
Clap on.
Clap off.
Clap on.
Clap off. The clapper.
It's that lame.
Although with her midi-chlorian IV, she's invincible, if slow. So, what is your conclusion, oh great and dread one?
This trailer is an admission that Disney has failed. They have to call back the original trilogy to get any traction for their new movie because their new characters suck and their sequel trilogy was a complete failure that alienated old fans and failed to inspire any new. If Episode 9 succeeds, it will only be because the public loves slowing down to look at a train wreck. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.